What is up, everyone? So I'm doing another Tuesday video today. I'm gonna try to do some touch-up paint on the some of the engine stuff that I had on the Civic. I've already taken off one part that I want to try to do it too, and that's the cover to my fuses. I gotta take off the piece that's covering my spark plugs and everything. So let's get ready to do that. When you are doing something like this, you want to have it nice and clean. That way when you spray over it, the paint will be able to stick a whole lot better. It won't stick to all that dirt, so you won't end up with like this. So let me go grab my multi-purpose cleaner and a rag. That way I can wipe this off. That way it'll do a better, the paint will stick better. Give me a second. So I did have a bottle of degreaser that I would have used for this, but I don't know what actually ended up happening to it. So instead, I'm just going to use multi-purpose cleaner. It'll still do like the same stuff that I need it to. Basically, just wipe it down, try to get all that dirt off as much as possible. Any stickers or anything that's left on there like this one, you can try to cover them. That's probably what I'll end up trying to do with this one, is try to cover it. It might not work out the best where I don't think I have any tape actually, so I might not be able to cover it, but I really don't want to remove it because some of those are important, but some people do just end up taking them off and spraying them, which might honestly be what I just end up doing anyways. So continue to just wipe it down. Little Honda going up the road. So basically, when you're done, it needs to be like this, nice and clean, no dirt spots anywhere. And then you want to do the same thing to the other part that you're painting. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get these pull tabs out, so they'll just have to stay in there. And if you're like me, I never want to spray directly on what it is that I'm working on. I'll always spray the rag, and then I'll wipe what it is that I'll be working on. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm doing this before I am actually going to sand it. Well, for one, I'm knocking a lot of the unwanted shit off that I don't need on there, so when I'm sanding, it's not building up any dust from the sandpaper. So that's one reason. And anything that's going to flake off will just fall off with it to start with. So basically now it's all nice and clean, not in bad shape. So then you'll take your sandpaper. Like I said, I'm using 120 grit. It's not a very strong sandpaper, but it's enough to sand it down. Now, you want to try to get it as smooth as possible, which is kind of what I'm doing. This will be a longer video, so if you've made it this far in, I will go ahead and forewarn you, this will be a longer video because I am going to show the full process of going over this. So, just a forewarning that it will be probably like a 15 to 20 minute video. It'll probably be the longest one on my channel, to be honest. But I'll probably cut a lot of stuff out. So just want to continue, make sure you sand it all down. So basically, when you get to this point, you'll have it all scuffed up and basically ready to go for paint. What I normally do though, before I get ready to paint it, I'll take the same towel that you were cleaning with a minute ago, flip it back over, wipe all that dust off of it. So clean it back up. Make sure it's all nice. And you're not always going to get all the dust off of it. It's probably best if you do. But I know sometimes you can't help it. You'll get dust that isn't going to come off. Just the sad truth of it. And they are going to go back blue. I know you've seen my interior in the car and you're probably wondering like, well, why blue if the interior is pink? Well, there's reasoning behind it. So I'm gonna move on, sand this other one off, and then I'll show you guys the process for paint. So now I'm getting ready to do the paint work on both of them. So all I'm using for this is regular, just engine paint pretty much. The reason I'm using this and not like Rust-Oleum or anything is I feel like it holds better in heat, so that's why I'm using this. But when you're painting, you want to be about this far away, or you can be a little bit closer need be, and light coats it first. So see, very light coat on that one, and you'll see I'll go back and forth on them, kind of thickening the coats as I go. So there's that one's first coat, and then this one where it's a flat top, I'm kind of thickening the coat up on it a little bit. Now I know you can't see from that angle, but there's these little tiny, I call them like paint bubbles, that are appearing in it. And you know, I did the same steps I've always been told to do: clean it, prep it, sand it, and then paint it. You know, I didn't primer it or nothing, because I didn't primer the last piece, which could have been why it turned out like it did. But I don't have any primer at the moment either. So, but we'll let that one kind of sit for a minute, let it do its thing, and we'll do this one while this one sits. So, same thing, keep your distance with it, kind of spray it from a safe distance. Now this one's going to do the same thing, but it did it the first time. I just want to have a better looking coat on it. Plus it's a little bit windy today too, so I picked not the best day to do this. So after just the first coat, they don't look too bad. I mean, they will need to be gone over again. That's just the first layer. So we'll give them time to dry. I'll go over them again and I'll show you guys the finished project. Right, so I got them finished and got them put back in there. I only did 2 layers of paint because I plan on going back over them again eventually. But that's what that one ended up turning out looking like. And that's what that one ended up turning out looking like. So overall, they turned out pretty good. Now I just need to do something with the rest of this, make it a little bit more pretty. I thought about taking this piece here out, doing it in pink. You know, when I put my cold air intake in, doing a pink filter, kind of going with like a cotton candy type of vibe in the engine bay. But for right now, it's only the blue in the engine bay. And then we'll see what happens with the rest of it when the time really comes. Besides that, that's about all I'm doing today. I appreciate everybody for watching my videos. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to see more of my content. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.